Mr. Phillips. We're just going to do a quick tutorial on how to use Soundation. So if you're stuck at home during the coronavirus isolation, there's loads and loads of online tools that you can use for making your own music. So I've just Googled here online music software, and I've already got a load of these that have come up. Soundtrap, really good one. You might need a teacher account or a teacher to give you a code to get onto the Soundtrap one. That is a really good one. Audio Tools, another really nice one. Soundation, which is the one we're going to be using today, and then there's a few other really nice ones as well. So have an experiment. You might need to make an account, but most of them will let you do that for free. Soundation, you can pay for it to get the more advanced versions, but this one I'm just going to demonstrate the free version just here. So you will need to create an account, as I said. So put in your Glow email address or something like that. Make yourself up a password and log yourself in. So I'm already logged in. Now, if I look at the different options here, obviously sound shop and pricing, you don't necessarily want to be spending money, so I'd avoid those. Community is where other people have shared their own tunes or music that they've made using Soundation. Learn gives you a load of tutorials on how to use slightly more advanced techniques. And then the studio bit is what we're going to be looking at. That's the main bit today, and that's where you make all your music. So it might take a second to load up. There we go. Okay, so this works very much in the same way as Logic or GarageBand, like we've got in the music department. You've got a couple of different genres that you can maybe choose from that will give you some presets to experiment with. I'm just going to go for a blank project today. So on my right-hand side, I've got a load of different loops that I can just simply drag and drop from. So these are different categories and different genres and things that I can experiment with at the moment. I can use my keyboard, my computer keyboard, to try and to play some stuff in. We'll maybe have a look at that in another session. But for this, I'm just gonna have a play around with loops. So I'm gonna go for the top one. I'm gonna go for Splice, Main Stage, Dubstep, Pack. So if I go from right to left, this is on the right-hand side. This column here, this is telling me what key my loops are in. So the top one, the very top one is in F sharp, then that one's in C, that one's in D, and then I've got some other keys down here. Moving across left, the number 140 BPM, that's going to tell me the tempo. So 140 beats per minute is how fast it is. Dubstep is my genre, obviously. Bass, percussion, this is my instrument. So that's going to be an electronic keyboard. And then finally the name of the loop. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to change the tempo of my track to 140 so it matches the tempo of the loops that I'm going to drag in. So I've got that's set to 140. I'm ready to go. So I'm going to start with some drums. So let's have a listen. Click and see what that sounds like. A bit loud. Try again. Let's maybe try this one. Maybe we'll get more of a beat. Let's maybe try. That'll do. There we go. That'll do. So I'm going to drag that one across. Play, have a listen. Okay, right. So I've got a beat, and obviously it's very short at the moment. So to make it a little bit longer, I'm going to go to is it top right, I think? Yep, top right, and that's going to allow me to loop that beat round and round. I'm going to make myself 16 bars worth of that beat. There we go. I can use this little bar here to play it over and over and over again, so I can get in the groove and see what I like the sound of. So if I click play now, now this is playing out of my classroom speakers and into the microphone on the computer, so it's not going to be brilliant sound quality, but hopefully you'll have a bit more fun doing that at home. Then I'm going to get some bass stuff. I like that one. I'm going to get that one. Right, so let's bring that across. Maybe, yeah, so let's loop that. Tell you what, I think I'm going to have 4 bars of that, and then... yeah, and then I'm going to have... sorry, 8 bars of the first one, and then 8 bars of the second one. And then I'm going to put some keys on top. Yeah, I like that for my first one. That's going to be my first one. I'll put that there, then maybe have that one, and then don't know. I'm just going to pick some ones at random for now. Let's go. Is that going to let me put it in? Come on. I'm going to put that in there just for speed. You can create your own tracks on the left-hand side. There we go. That'll do. So I've got my track now. That'll do. So I can play with that to my heart's content and get that sounding really, really, really good. When I've got all my loops arranged properly, I can then go over to the left-hand side and I can go down to this effects area here, okay? So the effects, if I click that plus button, that's going to let me add in a load of different effects here. So I could add in some reverb, some delay, which is like an echo. Phaser, it kind of makes the sound kind of drift in and out of focus a little bit, which is kind of nice. Distortion, which is going to give it like a harsher edge. Use a little bit of an equalizer to make it focus on either the higher sounds or the lower sounds. Have a play around and see what you can come up with. There's loads and loads of really good stuff there to have a play with. And then right on the right hand side, I'm just going to get rid of that. I've got this button here. Oh no, wait, I have to upgrade to get that. Never mind. Ignore I said that. Okay, so that'll do for now. Have a bit of a play around and see what you can come up with. When you've finished, you can export your tracks as like an MP3 or something like that, and you can send it to me. Post it on your Teams pages and let us all have a listen.